Andrew Strauss and his team, it is one of the biggest games of their careers. And likewise, the Australians have made a lot of noise about how determined they are to finish off on a good note. It's all to play for, and who knows what the answers might be. Just in case you'd forgotten, this is what's happened before. Cardiff was a draw, a tense draw for England at the end as they held on to survive down in Wales. Lords was a massive victory for England. Edgbaston, well, it looked promising for England, but the rains came and that match was drawn. And then at Headingley, that pendulum swung yet again. Australia winning by a distance up there, so it's 1-1. And here we are at the Oval to decide the fate of the 2009 Ashes. It'll be Andrew Strauss and Alistair Cook, who will be out there again in about 27 minutes' time, ready to try and set the tone for England in this Test match. Behind them at number 3 this time will be Ian Bell. Ravi Bopara, of course, has lost his place. Collingwood moves up to number 4. Jonathan Trott makes his debut at number 5. Matt Pryor comes next. Andrew Flintoff back in the team, having had to miss out at Leeds in that last Test match. Stuart Broad keeps his place next in the order there. The final components in this England team: Graham Swan, the off-spinner and lower order batsman, useful runs at Leeds now and again there, and Steve Harmison keeps his place. He likes this ground, he's done well here before. And James Anderson, number 11, and the leader of this attack. Now for Australia, well, they've kept the same 11 as won at Leeds in very convincing style, so once again it'll be Shane Watson and Simon Catchett at the top of the order. The captain comes at 3, and he'd love to finish on a high note here. He's been a major component for many, many years for Australia. He'd love to set the right example in this final Test match of the series. Mike Hussey's been up and down throughout the series. Michael Clarke, on the other hand, has been very consistent and very good throughout the series. After him comes a bit of an unsung hero, actually, Marcus North with a couple of hundreds. He's looked in good order. Brad Haddin is the keeper and a useful batsman. Mitchell Johnson, of course, has been finding form all the way through the series. Started poorly, but if the evidence of Leeds is to be believed, he's back near his best. And the final 3 in this 11, Peter Siddle, Stuart Clark and Ben Hilfenhaus. Hilfenhaus, one of the most consistent bowlers throughout this series. So it's that 4-man pace attack that has been entrusted with the task of bowling England out again. As the Australians have their final words, let's take you now to the commentary box, and waiting there are Messrs Warne and Lloyd.
Ponting has just moved mid-off straight, which has allowed Alistair Cook to drive through that mid-off region, slightly wider. Pulled away, dismissed through mid-wicket in front of square 4. Oh, gone, Ricky Ponting, second slip. Drifted across him. He's static on the crease. First draw, Australia.
Well bowled, Peter Siddle. That's his angle to the left hand. As he does bowl well, he takes it towards the slips. He squared Alistair Cook up. It was a nice length. Just opened him up. Look at that, a push. It was a nothing sort of stroke. And a good catch from Ricky Ponting. It's just what Australia needed. Nice early wicket. England are 12 for 1. Alistair Cook goes for 10.
What a game for Ian Bell, in at number 3. Average has just dipped below 40. That will run away over the practice areas. Look how fast this outfield is. And that before more is squeezed down to a third man towards the groundsman's shed there. It looks to be the shortest boundary. It looks a short boundary down there. There's a big appeal down the leg side. Asad Rauf, standing umpire, motionless. Might just have clipped his clothing on the way through there, but it's a short bouncer, is this?
Well, he's really up the ante, hasn't he, Peter Siddle? That wicket's given him a lift. It's a nice short ball right on the money. It's like just flicked the elbow or something in there. Good decision. That's 92 mile an hour, that last one too. Yeah, I think it's elbow, was it?
Oh, it's hit his wrist.
Tentative, but 4. Two straight, and Bella's took that nicely away on the leg side. Outfield very fast here at the Oval. Very short boundary there. This should go all the way. Ooh, man had just been put there deliberately by Ponting. He's in the air for a while. Beautiful time.
Ball goes through the offside and very quickly too. Very good shot from Andrew Strauss. Nimble on his feet, quick with his hands. It's 60 for 1. Well, he was stretching for it, Ian Bell. And there were 1, 2, 3 men in positions to try and get in the way of that ball. Well, we mentioned the 2 men at square leg. Andrew Strauss has bypassed them. He's got it far enough away from the long leg as well. Stuart Clark, and he'll pick up 4.
Bell finds the gap. And the ball fairly races away. Clark gives chase. Got 4.
Yeah, this is just a solid push, isn't it? He hits the middle of the bat.
That is fairly raced away, and it's beaten Hilton House. He's profited through the leg side today, Andrew Strauss, whenever Australia have strayed a little straight. That's lovely. Just an almost block, really. A punch, a block drive, whatever you want to call it, but it flew off the middle of the blade. Don't bowl there. 50 for Strauss. This game is all about temperament, and the England captain's temperament is rock solid.
England's scoring rate moves above 4 runs and over.
It's in the air, but a long way over gully. That's gone very fine. It's very, very short down there, the boundary. Oh, perilously close.
It's a good shot from Andrew Strauss. This outfield is super fast too. All the way. That boundary brings up the 100 partnership too in good time off 139 deliveries. He looks good again, Strauss. It's very good.
England need him to be good. They need some stability at the top of that order. Big shout, and he goes, not hanging around, Andrew Strauss.
And Ben Hilfenhaus, he's bowled really well through this series. He really has been. He's probably with a 3rd or 4th seamer at the start of the series, but he's come up and led the attack well. Big wicket of Andrew Strauss. He's the only man for England that's got 100 in this series so far. He's off to a good start, but here Hilfenhaus has got him. A little edge, just carried through to Brad Haddin behind the stumps, and Andrew Strauss is gone for 55. England 114 for 2.
Promoted in the order in this batting lineup, Paul Collingwood coming in at number 4 on this occasion. That's runs. That will go 4. Flicked that off his pads quite easily, Collingwood. 118 for 2. That's runs, I would think. It is. Brings up the half century for Ian Bell. 131 for 2.
That's 4. No need to run for that. Certainly it. That's nice. It's a block, really. It's not a drive. It just sort of checked. Not out, I think, is the answer to that. Yeah, 151 for 2. Well, there's height, first of all. Too high for me. Also, was it pad first or bat pad? But very hard, in fairness to the umpires. No balls you can see. Those are very difficult.
It's a nice shot. It's away in the gap between cover and extra cover. It's got the legs on it to reach the boundary. Nice confident push from Paul Collingwood. Nice shot. Nice fast outfield means that'll be 4 as well. Good shot from Ian Bell.
Gone! Good catch in the gully by Hussey, and the plan has worked. Very disciplined bowling from Australia outside the off stump, and Collingwood goes.
Yep, that's the one. The fuller one, outside off stump, inviting the drive. That would be Australia's plan, but Paul Collingwood, and it's come off. Caught in the gully again. There it is, a little slash outside. We saw the ball before. He chased the wide one too. Nasser Hussain said before, last over, he gets caught behind the wicket. This time he does it again. Paul Collingwood's gone for 24. England 176 for 3.
Making his Test match debut, 28 years of age, and in the form of his life in first-class cricket, but this a very different challenge for him. Looking for that first run, won't get it. Katic running back, turning, throwing, but missing.
Was that close? I tell you what, I've got a sneaking little feeling that was really tight. Very eager to get the first run, why wouldn't you be? Simon Katic reacted very quickly. It was a good, powerful throw. Oh, it's real tight.
He was a bit casual, wasn't he, in trying to get back.
A big appeal. I think it's hit the bat, and he might just be outside the line of off stump. Still thinking there, Asad Rauf. He's still thinking. Certainly, there is some bat involved here. Yeah, big inside edge onto pad. Oh, bowled him inside edge. Oh, that's changed things.
Saw it a couple of times before earlier on in his innings, Bumble. Ian Bell playing outside the line of the ball passing between bat and pad on a couple of occasions, not this time around. This time around, the inside edge has been found. Pushing a long way away from his pad. Well, you heard the death rattle. That's what the bowlers like to hear. Not a great deal that can be done about with things when you're bowled. Goes for 7-2, Ian Bell, 181 for 4.
Tea break this time, brings a wicket. New man at the crease, Matt Pryor. I mentioned that England okay, that's changed. 4 down, 181 for 4. Straight, where he plays across that front pad. There's a good shot into the leg side. Mitchell Johnson, the fielder. Third umpire may just have a look at this.
It would seem from that he's okay. that boundary. Rope didn't start to move until he was well free of the ball. No problems with that.
It could be costly, this. Could be very costly. That's 4. Nicely clipped away. And 4 more.
Change of pace again.
Nicely whipped away. That's 4. No point in chasing that. Oh, I think there's a little bit of bat here. Otherwise, I was in big trouble here. Bit of a lazy shot.
I think he's just relaxed here. Part-timer, hasn't really looked dangerous, but this looked like a little edge. He was gone, yeah. Just that inside edge.
Out. Gone. That was a slower ball. Second time he's got wickets with that. In Cardiff, I remember him getting to Pryor. But Pryor goes this time, caught in the same position. Square on the offside.
Well done, Mitchell Johnson, the old soften up, bouncer, pace, and then the clever use of a slower ball. He's got an excellent slower ball, and it's the use of the slower ball that's here. It's the surprise Matt Pryor. That's where the slower ball can really come off. Surprise element. Well bowled, Mitchell Johnson. Good thinking. Pryor's gone for 18. It's 229 for 5.
Andrew Flintoff makes his way out, and the crowd want him to entertain them. His last Test match. Last Test match not innings, he might have had a game, but last Test match. His career, announced his retirement at the start of the season. So at the end of the Ashes, that was it for Test cricket. His body just simply can't take it. Warm reception, richly deserved. Nice when you get a standing ovation for walking out. Doesn't really matter what happens from there on in. Been a great entertainer.
The praise, the clapping, the standing ovation. Andrew Flintoff really deserves it. He's been a wonderful player for England. It's been wonderful for the game of cricket worldwide. He plays with passion and inspiration.
79 matches in his final one. Quite emotional, Freddie. I'd like to. What would he do for another 100? What a way to go out. Well, he's got a chance. I'm sure he'll be positive. Mitchell Johnson, that was clever bowling. One that beats the outside edge, then a very good shorter ball that is onto him too quickly, and then the slow ball wide. Took the bait. Right? Andrew Flintoff then, on strike. All in behind it.
Well, the common denominator seems to have been Mitchell Johnson. The one good reason, I think, that he's managed to get his bounces directed straight. He's bowled a couple of wides elsewhere, a couple of full deliveries have been off the cut strip, but the bouncer has invariably been at the body. And I think it's also partly that action of his, that slightly slingy action of his. Seen it not just here, but in previous matches. His bouncer seems to be hard to pick in terms of the height it's going to arrive at the other end.
Well, he's low and slingy, isn't it? So he's not getting that steep bounce that would enable you to get under the ball very easily. The ball comes at you from a skiddy, slingy trajectory.
Yeah, I've seen over the years, I've seen some people decide to crouch lower when they've got that sort of problem, and others, and for instance Ian Bell today, it seemed that as far as he was concerned he was trying to stand up,
But that was because he was worried about the in-swing, wasn't it? From the LBW, I think, of the previous...
Maybe, I'm going to say, but you've got that to cope with. The bounce, I mean, it was the bounce of the shorter balls that got him out at Headingley, wasn't it? And I mean, that can work sometimes for people where if you're worried about the one coming through at sort of chest height, chest to sort of neck height, which is that awkward height, hard to get on top of with the gloves, hard sometimes to get underneath. Sometimes people will stand up straight to try and let it go past, so they can drop the hands, try and let it go past just offside and get inside it. But if it's straight at you and you're trying to do that, you do get in some pretty awkward position. Too short, too high, and no problems with that one. Well, that is through into the gloves. Mitchell Johnson has struck again. No fairy tale story for Andrew Flintoff today, as he is the man who has to go. It's not a great shot, and he's going to go for 7.
Not a great shot, but credit to Johnson, who has pinned Flintoff to the crease with some quite fast bowling, short fast bowling. And eventually Flintoff, given a wide one, can't help himself going after it. Disappointment for Flintoff. Just 7 for him today. And England 247 for 6 now.
So Stuart Broad comes to the crease. Oh, that's a bit different. That was very awkward. Straighter this time from Johnson. And Stuart Broad just got into that awkward position again, but he wasn't quite on top of it, it seemed. So he gets away with that one.
We've seen the conditions, the way we've seen it. Spin was a perfect option. There we go, that's his strength, got through the onside.
Oh, that's close, that's great work and gone, I would say. Simon Katic in there at short leg. I think he's just given him out, he's not asking for the third umpire. Look how sharp this is.
Simon Katic, the bat pad, they deserve these sort of ones. They stand there all day and duck and dive. Suddenly, look at this for a reaction. Gets it. Trot can't get back. He's too far out. How quick is that to get a powerful throw to hit the stumps? Well done. Simon Katic has given it out already. He's got his finger up. No need for the umpire there. Jonathan Trott goes for 41. England in trouble. It's 268 for 7.
England 7 down. Graham Swan with work to do here. Bit of chat around the pitch, you can say, around the wicket from Brad Haddin there. Side edges it, sails through for a boundary. Oh, he's hit it inside edge.
After that new ball, give him some confidence. A few runs will help him too with a few boundaries. He threw the bat at Headingley and got some. There's a boundary there before. Super shot. Oof. Easy as you like.
Well, there's real potential from Stuart Broad. Biggerpool, I think, is outside the line of off stump. He's playing a shot. Quicker delivery, 58 miles an hour, a flatter full up ball.
Maybe it was a bit too full too. Hard to know how far it was going to turn. Yeah, spot on outside the line too. Much right with it. Get it straight. Oh, Billy. Easy, Billy. Smile. Good decision again.
Saving fielder out on the boundary there at cover. Just a single from the over. 283 for 7.
Through the cordon. Down to the boundary. 294 for 7. Long chase. Well done. Good work. Just completed his over as well.
Good running as well.
Edge and gone. That is what Australia would have been hoping for before close of play. The 8th wicket goes down.
That'll be the end of the day's play. Fascinating day's cricket. On a very sporting wicket. Took the new ball eventually. Peter Siddle didn't let his captain down. Haddin takes the catch. Regulation outside edge. Picks up his 4th wicket. Great effort on the surface. Seamer. Ryan Swan. He's gone for 18. It's 307 for 8.
So that's what England have done. Won the toss. Very happy to have won the toss. Andrew Strauss elected to bat. Lost their first wicket on the score of 12. But then they had a few good partnerships, 2 half-century partnerships. And they are on 307 for 8.
6 bowlers used. Wolfhouse 1 for 59 from 19. Clark, no wickets, 1 for 41. Mitchell Johnson 2 for 69. North and Watson sharing 19 overs. But the pick of the bowlers, Peter Siddle, 4 for 63.
Day 2, the Oval, and all eyes on this oval pitch. Never judge a pitch until both sides have bowled on it, they say. And no one knows how good England's 307 for 8 was yesterday. First job for Stuart Broad is to try and get England up to 350 with the tail. Graham Swan, the man out last night, last ball of day 1, so it'll be James Anderson coming in with Stuart Broad, who's 26 not out. Can they get England up to 350? Have to do a similar job to what they did at Lord's, where the last 2 put on 47.
Just a hint of movement for Hilton House in the air, and there's quite a nice breeze across the ground. That's the old pavilion here at the Oval, showing that there is a perfect breeze for Hilton House, helping him to swing the ball back at both these left-handers.
Inside edge, I think. No, he's been given. James Anderson run comes to an end.
I think it was out. It looked good. That swing that we talked about from Hilton House back to Anderson. Was there an inside edge, or did it just flick his pad first? It was beautifully bowled, pitching in line, straightening, hitting the back pad. Yeah, that's out. I suppose there's a question on height, but it looks good enough. Billy Bowden fair enough to raise the finger there. And Anderson, his first nought in Test cricket. England 308 for 9.
Pulled up in the air. Could it be caught? Fine leg comes in, and it doesn't carry. It wasn't a great effort in the end. Siddle not amused because Johnson stopped and started. If he'd kept running, he'd have taken the catch. It's 311 for 9.
Yeah, just lacked conviction, Johnson. He kept half looking at Haddin. He wasn't sure whether it was Haddin's catch or whether it was his own catch. Watch Haddin running backwards, and Johnson has half an eye on him, and that just meant that he just couldn't get there. All the time he's got Haddin half in his sights, and he commits too late to the catch.
Played nicely. Third man always in play.
Always in play to the tail enders, and it's a nightmare as a captain. You always need that extra man.
No ball and runs. Clipped away by Harmison for 4. Leg side again from Harmison. Useful runs from England's number 11. Outfield's quick. 4 more. Flicked away. 2 men in the deep. What a shot that is. 4 more. Edged and gone. Don't worry about the spinner.
innings over. 332 all out, a good innings from Broad, 37. And England got a bit of a momentum this morning, but not a lot.
I think this was an off-cutter from Hilton House. I don't know what all the confusion is about there. Broad has nicked it and has to go, but I'd be interested to see whether this was an off-cutter from Hilton House that bit into the surface and just straightened. Let's have a look. See if he rolls his hands across the ball. He does. Just straightens a bit and carries through to Ponting. But that's an option for the seamers as we go through this game, whether they'll bowl cutters. The end of England's innings, useful runs from Broad, 37 from 69, and Harmison 12 from 12. And England have got through to 332, which Nasser's probably just a little below par.
Yeah, you'd say 350 plus minimum here. Again, England, a lot of batsmen getting in, getting out. Strauss, 55, played well. Bell, 72, got better as he progressed through the innings. Trott on debut, 41, and a very useful 37 from Stuart Broad, last man out.
Wickets for Hilton House, 3 of them to continue his excellent series. 4 for Siddle, might have had 5 but for the drop catch by Johnson, and a couple for Johnson himself, and the 1 run out. So the 3 seamers sharing 9 wickets there.
Pushing the bat at them. And this one, you take these ones, don't you? Australia off the mark with a boundary, dodgy one, outside edge, but you take every run now.
Big shout. Is it too high? Billy says no, not out.
Wow, that looked close live. Did it just do a bit too much? Did it a bit high, or maybe jag down the leg side? Did it do too much? It looked close live. Maybe a bit high, maybe just going down. Maybe just a tad high maybe, huh?
Possibly. I think Hawkeye may suggest that was hitting the bill. What's happening there? Was there some bat involved? Well, that's a lot closer than the previous one.
It looked like real close. It didn't look like it bounced as high as the last one. It looked like it just nipped back. Let's have a look here. Let's see. Nip back. Or maybe a bit high again. Just a tad high. Yeah, just a bit high. Shane Watson's got to be careful here. And this is what we've been talking about. When you see the ball puff of dust, one run along the ground, suddenly you get a bit tentative. When you're playing this, it's aggression in everything you do. Leaving the ball, defensive or attack.
Big shout again. What's happening this time? Not out. Well, the possibility of an inside edge.
Andrew Flintoff didn't look that... As soon as it hit him, I don't know if it was going down or a little tickle. Looks close, that. Andrew Flintoff didn't put a big one, but the men behind the wicket put in a huge appeal. We've got double teapots from the captain now behind the stumps. That looks real close. I think that's hitting the stumps. Might have got away with 1 or 2 before, but I think he might have definitely got away with 1 then. That's hitting the pegs.
Well, how many times have we seen that? Should have been out, and then the next delivery goes for 4. It's 9 without loss.
Another boundary. I think Australia, like we were talking about, Mike, they must be aggressive. If the ball's there to hit, they've got to hit it. He's the guy who'll do this. He'll graft some runs. He'll get some ugly runs. He won't throw his wicket away.
That's away. Finally, it's away. One man, the cover, a couple in the gully. It's found a way through them all. Gone very quickly to the boundary. 26 without loss. That's a good shot. Anderson just straying slightly in his line this time. It's beautifully put away by Shane Watson.
Runs here for Katic. Alistair Cook giving chase, but it's incredibly quick once it gets going across that square, which runs the whole width of the ground. Fielder has no chance. 57 for none. Good shot. Watson moving across his stumps, looking to play with the spin.
All those men on the leg side, but Watson just eases it into the gap for 4. Sweetly timed. Save your legs at the oval. Don't bother running 4. That's close, very close. Yes, gone.
Well, if this isn't out, the stumps would have had to have been moved by someone. That is plumb. Absolutely no doubt about that. Hawkeye suggesting inside leg stump. That's the wicket that England would have been hoping for a long time ago. He goes for 34, Shane Watson. Them the 3 for 1.
Not there. Gets off the mark.
Good fortune for Ricky Ponting.
No, close, big moment. No, I think that's bouncing over. He's left it on length.
It's that line again, Nas. Just outside our stump. He's a bit weary, doesn't want to be playing, and it's coming back at him. That could have been a bit dangerous. That's the perfect line. If you can get it to come back and go straight on that line, you're fine. He doesn't want to play at it. He's not out, definitely not out. Hasn't done enough. And perhaps would have gone over the top anyway.
Bowled in, dragged on. Big wicket.
Well. Here has it started, that same off-stump line, and came back in quite sharply. Inside edge onto the stumps. Not the first time we are seeing Ricky Ponting going that way, that inside edge onto the stumps. It's 85 for 2.
Broad looks like he's in a bit of a groove here at the moment. He's charging in. No! Mr. Cricket, Mike Hussey. Pretty ordinary series so far. What a moment for him to come good. 3, 51 and 27 at Lords. Norton 64 and then 10. By his standards, an average series. Only got 2 50s and 6 hits. So what a time for him and for Australia for him to come good. It's been a while since he's made 100. What a time. Wouldn't he dearly love to make one here?
That's not going to happen. Broad is struck again. And Hussey has got to go without scoring. This is a real purple patch for Stuart Broad and for England.
Wow. Stuart Broad, we're just talking about him charging in. He looks good. Looks like he's got a rhythm. This one looks like it's swung back. Swinging back, hit the off peg, pitched in line. Kind of just straightened a tad, but what do you think, David?
Well, it did everything right, didn't it, in terms of the delivery straightening, but that is a little high. Mike Hussey gone without scoring. LBW to Stuart Broad. No! Got in! What a catch that is! Jonathan Trott at short extra cover has clasped his hands around that one. 4 in a row now for Stuart Broad.
Oh, Stuart Broad, you're on fire. Trott got a sharp low chance too, and it's the man in form. Number 2 batsman in the world, Michael Clark. Hit this quite sweetly too. Sharp low chance. Good catch. 4 for 15, Stuart Broad. Michael Clark goes for 3. Australia in trouble at 93 for 4.
Decent leave, decent delivery too.
Close out! Good bowling change from Strauss. Swan on, immediate success, and North goes.
Pad first. Shakes his head. Let's have a look at this. I thought it was pad first. Oh, he might well be very unlucky here. That could well be inside edge. Let's look at that again. It's North unlucky. He's gone for 8, but it's 5 down for 108 Australia.
Hotspot will confirm what the naked eye has seen, that there was a big inside edge. Must be out. That is out. Big inside edge, short leg in place. Cook takes the catch. Australia in dire trouble now.
The easiest of catches. England on fire. I don't think it turns. It just slides on. Big inside edge onto the pad, and the simplest of catches. Petich doesn't hang around. He knows England celebrate. Simon Kadich has gone for exactly 50. It's over 9.
To have been close with a direct hit. Adam was on the back foot, so he had the extra yard to get to the other end. Trott has already shown that he's a fine athlete.
Look close. He's got a good position, got a good throw away. Ball watching a little bit, Brad Haddin too.
Bowled him! What a beauty! Broad, 5 wickets.
What a delivery, Stuart Broad. 5 for as well. It's knocked back, middle and off stump. Looked like it shaped away. Brad Haddin was trying to hit it through the onside. What a delivery. This swing away, just a little bit of shape away. What a delivery. Nelson as well, 111 for 7, Australia. Massive trouble.
Adams gone for 1, Nelson strikes. 111 for 7. There's the big shot. That's how he likes to play against the spinner. The old-fashioned cow over mid-wicket.
That's not where he wanted to hit it. He wanted to hit it over mid-on. Just dragged it. Swan should be encouraged like that. Mitchell Johnson isn't just throwing it. He's pad out there. There's nothing wrong with that, Graham Swan. Let Mitchell Johnson try and do that. He might get you away for 1 or 2, but if you get enough good balls in there, one's going to go straight up in the air.
There is the big shot. Harmison, Flintoff try to get there. 4 signalled. With the over 125 for 7. The toe of the bat, he didn't get all of it, but he got enough. That's a really good shot. I don't think Harmison will get there. Top shot from Siddle.
It's a super shot from number 9 from a bowler. Peter Siddle has shown through this series that he's not a bunny. He can actually handle a bat pretty well. That's a good shot, that. Put himself in a good position. Play the stroke. He's changed his game now, Mitchell Johnson, unless he has a rush of blood or a brain fade.
Edged and gone. 3 for Swan.
Good catch too. When it's spinning and bouncing on this, the keeper can be really tested up to the stumps with a variable bounce. That will mean a lot to Pryor. Good catch. Threw it up there outside the off stump, invited the drive. Look at that, it's deviated a fair bit. Good catch, good technique. That's what those practice for an hour before the start of every day's play to catch those. We saw Simon Katich at bat pad get some rewards. Swans got rewards, and so did Pryor. 131 for 8, Australia.
Well, he's paddled it, but he's going to get 4. Shot has just plugged in, change in the field, and from point has come to leg slip. There's 2 noises, big noises. Park has to go. Sure, he's overly impressed with the decision. I think he's saying that he didn't hit it. Have a look. Is he hit the... There are 2 noises. What are those 2 noises? Oh dear, he's missed that by quite some distance. He's actually hit the pad with his bat, but there's 6 or 9 inches there.
Yeah, the batter's hit the pad. That's why he's reacting that way. Stuart Clark has to go though, the umpire says so. 143 for 9.
Take those. Not much about it, but it's 4 more to the Australian total.
They'll take them all. The lead now 172. Still a very healthy lead. Very, very healthy lead this.
That'll do. That will do. England wrap it up. Andrew Flintoff. Final Australian wicket. And now clean bowled, full and straight. Australia dismissed for 160. There was 73 for none.
All you need to do is take the first wicket on this pitch. Doesn't matter how well the batsmen are going, the new batsman coming in always has to start over, and under these conditions it makes it even more difficult. So 73 without loss, 160 all out. We saw a similar situation when England were batting, and here's the last one.
Leg stump. Broad, 5 for 37. Well bowled. There you go, they got the start. Watson and Katich, 73 when the first wicket went down. The next, they lost 10 wickets for the 87 runs. Australia, well bowled. England, Broad, 5 for 37. Graham Swan supported him well with 4 for 38. Andrew Flintoff picking up the final wicket. Australia all out for 160. England then have a lead of 172 runs.
That is the strong area for Andrew Strauss. Especially strong when you play it with that sort of control. Let the ball come to you, it is timing away. First bound in the innings, it's 9 without loss.
Classic example of what David Gower's talking about, really. Wait till a bowler gets bored, bowling in the areas he wants to bowl. Bowls you a delivery that you want it just there. He is so strong on the cut. The back foot drive or the square bat shot, you put it away. Have a bit of that.
Good shot. There was a little bit of swing there. House bowled it full enough to get the ball to swing. But Strauss just adjusted beautifully.
Yeah, this is where Strauss has really improved his game in the last year. hitting down the ground. It was quite a good delivery from Hilfenhaus, swinging in exactly what you want from your opening bowler, full and swinging back into the left-hander, but Strauss was too good.
Beautifully bowled. Part-time spin or not, that spun sharply and off the edge straight to slip.
Well, not a bad time for your 100th first-class wicket as a part-timer. That is a Jaffa for a part-timer. It's pitched leg stump, squared him up, and turned and bounced. That comfortably taken at Michael Clarke at first slip. The ordinary stroke that from Alistair Cook. 27 for 1, England.
What a catch. That is an extraordinary catch. Kadic at short leg just held his ground there. Stayed steady, kept his eye on the ball. Ian Bell will feel that that is just a tad unlucky. He was flicking it away on the onside, hit it reasonably well, not perfectly. Very fine catch.
Well, Kadic is very good in that position. We saw him effect the run out of Jonathan Trott in the first innings. This time it's a catch. That's what he's there primarily for. And it was an excellent catch. 34 for 2 as Ian Bell goes for 4.
Well, Paul Collingwood's had a tough time against Mitchell Johnson in this series. It's LBW to one that swung in the previous match. He's had problem judging the length and the width outside the off stump. Has no problems with that one. It was really, really short, and as high as I've seen one go for a long time.
Well, I tell you what, David, normally the standing umpire looks at the square leg umpire to tell him if it's a wide. Billy Bowden didn't have to look at the square leg umpire for that one. Have a look at this. Get on a ladder.
But loopy bounce. All the pace came out of it, didn't it? Up in the air, that's the end of Paul Collingwood. That's well bowled. Well, they might have been laughing at the previous delivery. No one's laughing now in the English camp. Certainly not Paul Collingwood. Mitchell Johnson gets his second wicket of this England second innings.
And you wonder why it took him any deliveries at all to have the forward short leg. Why would you not have a forward short leg? Mitchell Johnson is quick. He has been bowling some good bouncers throughout this test match, and that was another good one. Paul Collingwood goes for 1, 39 for 3.
That's a fine shot. There was just a little bit of width, it wasn't quite full enough. A long time since we've seen a Strauss boundary, in fact any boundary. Confident shot from Jonathan Trott. He's off the mark for the boundary. Eased himself into that very nicely.
This is what England will need. Someone to go out there and be assertive. Go out there and try and play a few shots. Obviously not batting recklessly, but try and take away the momentum from Australia. Try and get some runs on the board, and even let Ricky Ponting think about a slightly more defensive field.
Big slog sweep. Sweeper can't get round. Porter Strauss to end the over. 56 for 3.
Andrew Strauss at the top there, not out 32. Jonathan Trott not out 8. Cook, Bell and Collingwood went quickly. Bowlers, 5 used. The 2 down there. Marcus North, 1 for 15, I thought bowled well. And Mitchell Johnson explosive. 4 overs, 2 for 12. Those are the wicket takers. So, the state of the game. After day 2, England 332, Australia reply, bowled out for 160, Stuart Broad 5 for 37, Graeme Swann 4 for 38. The knots show. England, in their second innings, are 58 for 3. They have a lead of 230.
Here we go. Oh, Nick and gone, first ball. First up, no, not given. Oh, he looked for all the world, and Nick, as he hit the pad, not out.
Well, there was a massive noise that came over through the stump, Mike, too, and Trott looked guilty. I think this is a massive edge. Now, to me, what has happened here? Is it a great decision, or has it hit it? It's exploded. Wow, looks like the back leg. What a decision, Bumble.
Oh, can we start this day again? Oh, there's a massive noise. It's a great decision. It's hit the back leg. Hot spot, there'll be nothing on the bat. It's just clipped his back leg. There's a massive noise. Great decision. That'll be a wide and it will be runs. Comes out all wrong from Siddle, just two. The ball, another delivery. But yeah, I just saw him indicate to Mitchell Johnson, Ricky Ponting, that get loose, I want you to bowl. So in the rooms, I think they decided that the opening combination would be Peter Siddle, Marcus North. But from what he's seen from Peter Siddle, he's changed his mind, Ponting.
I tell you what, I know that was wide, but it did swing a bit. Once it hit the surface, it just died and just kept even going wider.
Just hasn't really come on as a player. It might be four.
This ball, and it brings up the 50 partnership.
Dabbed away. It's certainly going to be good enough to bring Andrew Strauss 50. Well, it's been a very important knock in the context of this England second innings. Woolworths has come back through inside the bat. Andrew Strauss survives. 2 for 3.
England could well learn from this tactic when they come to bowl. All those left-handers on the Australian side to go wide on the crease and bowl some cutters into that rough.
That'll be 4. So Andrew Strauss's first boundary of the day, celebrated by all and sundry. 110 for 3. Well, it's a controlled edge, let's put it that way. A little bit of swing there from Hilton House in his first delivery of the over. But Trott got a good stride down and good stretch out at it.
Yeah, he opened the face as well. At the last second, he realised there's no third man, there's a split field. It just swung on him, and he went with the swing.
You could say it's very clever. You could say it's a little fortunate. Strauss hit that very hard into the turf. And it gave it just enough lift to get to between the two short extra covers there.
Talking about the differences with playing spin and playing the seamer out of the rough. Well, Strauss thought he was playing a spinner here. He just shimmied down the pitch a little bit. There you see, comes down to it. Tries to meet it before it explodes. Threads it through the two fielders.
And again, that's an even better shot this time, hit with more power, same sort of placement. Good work.
Yeah, he's become a good player, Andrew Strauss. He really has. Better when he's captain. Again, shimmying down the pitch, that's confidence. He's had enough of leaving it.
It's a little short and it's pulled away. It's poor delivery. England just starting to take control, you feel.
Yeah, but the mindset's still good from Australia. Ricky Ponting's just coming on the bat pad of the offside, so they're still trying to take wickets. He's got 3 men around the bat. Even with Marcus North, he had 4 men around the bat, because you're not going to just contain England. You know, they bat, then you can't contain them this stage. Just going to get as many as they like. You have to try and get them out. So at least at this stage, I like the mindset still at this stage, even though the game's drifting further and further away from Australia. At least they're still trying to get wickets. So it's good captaincy and it's good bowl. You know, it wasn't the best delivery, but it's good captaincy.
This could be his 50 as well. Well, not could be. It is his 50. Well played, Jonathan Trott. He'll get a big ovation for this. 41 in the first innings, followed up with 50 on his Test debut. Yeah! That might be the breakthrough. It is the breakthrough. Andrew Strauss eventually going after one. Marcus North deserves that wicket. He's bowled well, I think, without much luck. Andrew Strauss, though, has played very, very well. He's frustrated with himself. But it's an innings, I think, he would have set up this victory for England in the Ashes series.
Yeah, he did. Well bowled, Marcus North. And I think Andrew Strauss just lost concentration the last couple of overs. He padded up to a really, really full one the last over, Marcus North, which he'd been pushing. This time he nicks at the slip and took a good sharp catch at slip. But well played, Andrew Strauss. That's 75. It's not 100, but it's a very, very important 75 in the context of this series. And that'll mean a hell of a lot to him. Well played, Andrew Strauss.
There you go. Bounce and turn.
Goodness me, have a look at this. Just been sitting there, the England boys doing well. You have to walk out there and face a couple of balls before the luncheon break. An absolute peach. Spinning cobra out of the rough. Oh, that's hit Ricky Ponting in the face. He's tough, Ricky Ponting. That might have hurt. Very tough man, Ricky Ponting. It's blood. He'll say, let's just get on with it. Very tough. From Tasmania, they breed him tough down there. Oh, that's hit him hard. Ouch. Look at that, he's hardly flinched. Moves his face, but grabs it and he's up. Wow, that's got to hurt. Tough as nails, Ponting. Look at that.
Oh, terrific shot. Quickly into his stride, Matt Pryor. This is a lovely shot.
Well, it's a situation he relishes, isn't it? He's got a bit of freedom here, which I think he's been told to go out and enjoy himself, just play. Innings at Lords, I think it was, Bundalangi got 60 odd.
Got to go, got to go. Oh, this is close, real close. He keeps running, Matt Pryor. Third umpire has been called for. It's the last ball of the 58th over. Terrific piece of fielding. Pryor now waits, but usually these are out.
Well, my gut feeling is out. It was a very, very tight run at the best of times, and he's right. Just keep on jogging. Way out. Unnecessary, that. Unnecessary. Sop. Hit it straight to the fielder. Here it comes. Out. Well, McPryer leaves the field, but there's going to be an enormous roar in a minute. That's a terrific piece of fielding. And all the time, I had to assess which end he wanted to have a go at.
There's that little bit of hesitancy. Pryor's gone for 4. Now listen to this. Well, has he got one last innings in him? Great position for Flintoff to come in, a lead of 340. This crowd stands in appreciation, a standing ovation. I think this crowd, if you're English, you like this England lead of 340. Flintoff enters. Now what's he got?
That's a nice touch as well. Australian captain shakes his hand. He'll be facing.
Oh, big shot straight away. No messing. Something for the crowd. It's a boundary.
Second ball 4. That might just clear one of those fielders out the way that he's worried about. Down he goes, little shuffle, goes with the spin. short arm, really.
Spilling and Tweak on the shortest boundary this will be for.
Sure, quite. This is where Fred intended to play this with Flintoff, but it looked to me as if he was hurried here. Lack of bounce as well, and turn.
Yeah, it's sharp turn. There he goes. There he goes. Mid-wicket, one bounce. Well, he's off and running. Flintoff very quickly onto 18 from 14 deliveries.
North trying to get his field absolutely spot on with Flintoff at the crease. Probably wants his deep mid-wicket, for me, a little bit straighter. You can see a deep mid-wicket there, just underneath the scoreboard. Needs to go straighter. Goes to long on. Siddle sets himself. Takes the catch. So Flintoff goes for the last time in a test match.
Warm ovation for Andrew Flintoff as he leaves the stage for the last time in Test cricket as a batsman. Even though there's work to do with the ball, but he had some fun. It was brief, just 18 deliveries, but there were 3 fours to remember. And he was going for another big one, and that brought his downfall. And perhaps a new man, Stuart Broad, replacing Andrew Flintoff. This is why Andrew Flintoff going for the big hit to that straight mid-wicket position that Nasser Hussain was talking about. He got it a bit straight, and Peter Siddle took a simple catch. Disappointment, but a very warm ovation to send him on his way.
Shots like that, the old man would have been proud with that.
Started off as a batsman, didn't he? In his younger days, as a kind of growing cricketer in schoolboy teams, he was mainly a batsman. Then, as he grew taller, he started to put on a bit of pace and became a bowler as well. I think there's more to come with his bowling, definitely. He can find a way of using his left arm better. He'll get quicker and get more accurate.
Caught, no, dropped. A relatively easy chance, and North will be disappointed with that.
He will be. You're never more disappointed than when you drop them off your own bowling. I think Stuart Broad hit this one quite sweetly and might just have got to Marcus North a little bit quicker than he expected. He timed it well.
Edged over Clark. And runs away for 4. And 16 for 6.
Bouncing this over for Marcus North. Firstly, the one that had in on the head, and then Trott looking to cut this one, and it really kicked some bounces. I think it was glove first and then top edge.
Hit over gully. Wide delivery from Johnson. Got what it deserved.
Gives himself plenty of room to play through the offside, Stuart Broad, because of what we spoke about a moment ago. He doesn't really move across his stumps. He stays on leg stump.
That's an elegant strike. Very easy strike too, landing some 3 or 4 yards in from the boundary, dead straight down the ground. Beautifully played.
Yeah, nice stroke. Nice and straight too. held his shape, didn't try and over-hit the ball. That was the key of not top edging it or going straight up in the air. Jeez, he just doesn't try to overdo it. It's a nice swing of the bat. Keeps his head still. Good shot. England now lead by 400. 401, David. He's gone again. This time over mid-off. Bounce. Maybe the message is put the foot down, let's get on with it. Let's have a bowl at the Australians.
Well, there's no need to hang around. No need to prop and defend. That was the message, in fact, late in the morning session, wasn't it, when Andrew Strauss started to play a few shots as well. These are two great shots. Goes for it again, this time drags it onto the onside. Four more.
Stuart Broad batting on the same wicket as everybody else. Left hand hitting it across the line, over mid-off, straight down the ground. Got a bit of talent, hasn't he?
He has. He has indeed. He had to watch that well because he wasn't quite there for it. Well, that's skewed straight up in the air. Ponting underneath it very calmly, takes the catch. And another cameo comes to a close, but a very handy one from Stuart Broad. He played some very fine shots, very aggressive shots. One more aggressive shot too many, though. And the miscue brings his downfall.
Yeah, just try to hit it too square. We said it last hour, you get a feeling it was sort of six or out. The way Stuart Broad just wanted to hit the boundaries, and if he kept trying to hit over mid-wicket, there's only one way it was going to go, straight up eventually. Handy little knock, he got it quickly. Trott needs to do the same now, but England are just cruising. Stuart Broad, a valuable little 29.
Saw him coming, and Swan did well.
It looks like he's played the jam there. Again, dancing down the pitch. Jarred it out to extra cover for two.
Yeah, these two are big friends, aren't they? Marcus North said that on an interview. I don't know where they would have played with each other. He's played for a few counties north, so there's a good chance. But at the moment, Swan's winning the battle.
He likes taking off-spin on, does Graham Swan. That's his trade, bowling off-spin. Nothing better than to tuck into the opposition off-spinner. He's moved on to 30 from 34 deliveries, Swan.
Hussey moved in a short leg because Katich's bowling nearly took a blow. Swan continues to swing and swing hard. Four more.
Quite worked that one out.
It's on the up. What a shot that is. Four more to Swan.
On the up. I think I'm right in saying Graham Swan has done some opening in 2020 cricket.
Proven again, pitched up again from Australia. Not learning with Swan.
It's a remarkable shot, isn't it? Because it's wide, but he's still managed to get his hands through it to get it straight.
It's hard hit for four. Moves from 91 to 95. 322 for seven. Pulled away for four.
Great shot. And I'll tell you who introduced me to them, and this won't come as a shock to you, Derek Pringle.
Yeah, big Madness fan. Nicknamed Suggs, Derek Pringle, and Swan is having a mad half hour. Clipped over wide mid-on, he's taken over from Trott here, 63 in a partnership of 90.
Fantastic shot. Full control. Down the wicket, shimmies down. Middle of the bat.
Pulled straight up in the air. Adam takes a very easy chance. And Swan's little cameo comes to an end. Well played.
Fantastic knock. Fantastic knock. And that knock cemented everything for me. England are in such a commanding position here. The confidence will be flowing through the side, particularly through Graham Swan, who do a lot of bowling in this innings. On this occasion, it's just a little, maybe not quite short enough, but well played, Graham Swan. 63 from 55 balls. England 333 for 8.
More runs here. Could be 4. No. Comes back for 2. 99.
Well, everyone's starting to get really excited by this prospect, including David Lloyd, including Bumble there.
It'll be the 18th England international on debut to score a century. 3 of them playing in this game, incredibly. Strauss, Cook, Pryor. 99. Field comes in. Australia looking to save this single. Nicky Ponting goes to work from mid-wicket. Just jogs across to the offside. 3 saving 1 on the leg side. No fine leg. Nobody behind square on the leg side. 4 saving 1 offside. Jimmy Anderson, get your skates on. Oh, that'll do. Terrific. Look at the young man. Brilliant effort. It does go for 4 this time. Jonathan Trott, 100.
Brilliant. Very, very well done indeed, Jonathan Trott.
4 more. Flashing blade this time. No third man. Just a first slip and a gully. Beautiful shot. Really good shot from Trott. And again. Super play. Excellent play. You're really impressed with him, aren't you?
I've really enjoyed it because when you're looking for someone to come into Test cricket, and there are a lot of people, for instance, the Australians were saying about him before this game, you know, there is a big step up. People like Michael Hussey saying it's a big step from first-class cricket to Test match cricket. Some people seem to make it look easy. Some people seem to be able to take that step ever so easily, or relatively easily, let's put it that way. Nothing comes that easily in this game.
Oh, what a damp squib. What a damp squib. That's out. He's caught at backward point. There's no celebration, but Jonathan Trott walks off. Very, very proud, Jonathan Trott, with 119. But more significantly, England have declared with a lead of 545. Ball just carrying to backward point. An excellent innings from Jonathan Trott. No celebrations from Australia with that wicket of Trott, but immediately Strauss declares England's innings. England's batting card, and they've been comfortable today. Andrew Strauss with a splendid 75. 3 wickets down for 39 at one stage, but then Jonathan Trott outstanding in his first Test match with 119. Flintoff, Bash 22, Broad 29, Graham Swan 63 from 55. Jimmy Anderson, a few runs for him at the end, and 373 for 9 declared.
Well, another long old haul in the field then for Australia. 95 overs in the field. Marcus North not a part-time off-spinner, just to be careful about that. 30 overs, 4 maidens, 4 for 98. Has shown everyone what can happen with the ball turning here.
So it can be a tough job opening the batting.
Pulled firmly away, hit hard.
Yeah, good shot. The one thing you'll see Australian side, Ricky Ponting and this team, I know most of the players, although a few of them are young, they will be aggressive. They're not going to say, let's just try and play French cricket for 2 days, because I think you can't play that style on this wicket. You'll see most of the players be aggressive.
Chance again. And it's Bell again, and Bell misses again, and they'll bring 4 overthrows, but he had to shy, and I reckon this time Watson would have gone.
He was really struggling there. It looked like it was real tight. It was good angles from me and Bell. All he had to do was hit the stumps. He had 3 to aim at. Couldn't do it, and he was miles out, Shane Watson. Miles out, he was gone. He had a good look at the stumps, Ian Bell too.
It is straight, but no. Shake of the head from Asad Rauf.
A little bit high, was it? He looked like he got forward, like you were saying, Mikey, then. Like it might have just nipped back and bounced a bit. High. Something around, didn't look out live. Yeah, high. Exploded.
When you see that though, you'd think short leg wouldn't as a captain. Another reason to have a short leg, both because the ball exploded and because you want to try and stop the batsman from lunging forward. That's 4. No need to move at all.
He has got all the shots, Shane Watson. I think that, look, he gets his pretty simple, gets himself in a good position and gets right on top of the ball. The width allowed him to hit it where he wanted to hit it, but it was a lovely shot. Really good balance.
I don't think Andrew Flintoff will mind that. It's gone for 4 and it's a good stroke. But it wasn't a full half volley, and you do take a risk on this pitch playing that shot.
Yeah, that's where he wants Simon Katich trying to do. Play that cover drive. And out a few times in the gully. And not this time, he hit that sweetly. That right out of the middle.
Pulled away powerfully into the leg side in front of mid-wicket, and it goes for 4. Nobody down there at third man. Well driven, very square again. That's his place. He's not going to hit mid-off. Opens the face and gets it square.
The problem for Strauss is that he needs so many men in so many different positions. Feels he could get him out caught short cover. He's got a short leg in for one that pops. Gully seems to be the key area with Katich. If you ask Katich where he likes to score most of his runs, he opens the face and goes through gully.
Doesn't miss there. Any width, and it will be knocked away. 50 on the board, Australia. 52 without loss.
That's a good area. It's gone for 4, but I don't think Strauss or Harmison will mind that. That's where they're trying to bowl at Watson. That full, slightly angled in delivery occasionally plays around. Edged but short of Strauss, and through his hands for 4. 71 for none. Katich doesn't miss out. It's a bit short from Swan. Good pitch to bowl spin, but there's not much margin because it's quite slow, so if you do drop short, batsman's got all the time in the world just to use the depth of his crease. The final 20 overs belong to Australia. As we can see there, Shane Watson 31 from 69 balls, Simon Katich 42 from 53. There's a lot of batting to come, but Australia have got a long way to go.
5 bowlers used by England. Jimmy Anderson, 4 overs, 3 from Andrew Flintoff. Harmison bowled with good pace, 5 overs, 5 from Graham Swan. Stuart Broad, the 2 at the bottom there, look for me, the ones who might have a lot of bowling to do tomorrow.
End of the third day then, Australia in their second innings, 80 for none. Still 466 runs adrift.
Ian Bell was ducking for cover. He's so close there, Nasser. The other thing with that second slip man there, if he does nick one, Bell will feel like he'll have to snatch at it too and throw his arm, which could really put Paul Collingwood off. But he looks pretty good here, Swan.
Say on this pitch, if he's going to err, he's going to have to err on the half volley. Fuller. It's a bit short. It's going to sit up. Katish looking to play off the back foot, especially after his dismissal in the first innings, where Katish just pushed forward. So he got stuck on the front foot. So Katish definitely trying to play off the back foot. That's good from Swan. He's got to get him coming forward. Now, why is Katish staying back? First innings, he went on that front foot and he just stood on that front foot there. He doesn't want that to happen.
And that's why you've got to give credit also to Simon Katish. He got out like that in the first innings and you say, OK, this is where you come up with your plan. As we said, there's no shock value anymore. They know what to expect. So how am I going to play? You notice Simon Katish played a lot more off the back foot. He's not lunging like the first inning. So he's learned. It's a sign of a good player. Learning.
That's close, very close. No turn, gone. Beautiful from Swan. Arm ball, first wicket.
Always risky, padding up. Bad for it, always dangerous. Now, did it turn or did it continue to go straight on? That's the thing. It's very hard to bowl a straight delivery on this wicket. Is there any turn or has it gone straight on? That's gone straight on. That's hitting the stumps. That's a good delivery. That's a bad leave. Australia didn't need that. They're doing so well. 86 for 1.
Katish has gone for 43. It's 86 for 1. Nice touch here at the Oval. Ricky Ponting arrived at the crease and there were no boos and everyone stood to the Australian captain. It might be the last time in a test match we see him in England. The crowd appreciated Ricky Ponting, the batsman. I'll give a yacht about all that. We'll be focusing in on batting long.
Pretty well. I like those cutters he's bowling. We've already seen one off the glove, the Watson.
Outside edge, I think. No, gone! LBW again. 2 and 2 from England.
I think he smashed that. By his reaction, I think he's inside edge, that one. And Ricky Ponting didn't think he turned straight around the umpire too. And has he got an inside edge or did he hit both pads? He doesn't look happy. I think he smashed it. Well, that looks like it's gone straight onto the pad. Looks like it's plumb.
Looks out from there. Maybe 2 pads. Shane Watson not amused. He's gone for 40. It's 90 for 2. Bad pitch. Come in on a pair. That's where Mike Hussey is. And he's batting probably for his international career here. Shane Watson not amused. Is it because he was out LBW again? 4th time in the series, or because he thinks he hit it? Leg side, was there an inside edge on that? Broad's hands are up in the air. 4 leg byes. Pulled away. You'll get that from Ponting. Hits boundaries.
So strong there, isn't he? Even on these sort of pitches, he just gets himself in such a wonderful position. He pushes forward. He's so quick to go back. He pushes forward. It's not. He doesn't overcommit on the front foot, so it's easy for him to get back. Action, reaction. But he gets there, and it's just a swivel for him. That's why he's such a good play.
Four runs added here. It's a good shot from Ponting. And he and Michael Hussey will take whatever is offered.
Most of the scoring you want to suspect will be off short deliveries. Certainly will be a lot easier to be playing off the back foot. At least the batsman has the time to see exactly what the ball has done before he plays his shot. On the front foot, a few more risks to be taken.
Good shot too. Good stride forward from Ponting. Made it into a half volley, and he's timed that just well enough. Good examples there from successful deliveries. How, as a batsman against spin, if you're quick to assess the length, how much easier it is to play the right sort of shots. And he's quickly out there. Good position, head over the ball. This one has gone from being a little bit too short to a little bit too full. Well, there's the edge. It's dropped just short, I think. And then it's found its way through down to the boundary as well. Well, any batsman, I'm sure, will tell you if you're going to bat under these conditions, a little bit of luck does not go amiss.
Have to be very sharp in the slip corner because you're standing very, very close. It's pretty difficult to say come closer. That went through him.
So quick on his feet, Ricky Ponting. Short. And that's the one ball that will consistently get put away on the surface.
Fine spin, all about reading length. Ponting lightning quick to see this is a little short, rocks back.
Nice shot. Don't think Craig's going to catch that.
Beautifully played, isn't it? Swan slightly short earlier in the over, and Ponting back foot pulling away. Now making a pretty good delivery into a half volley by good use of the feet down the pitch. Not a long way down, but just enough to smother the ball and work it away through the onside.
Before, excellent start from Ricky Ponting through extra cover. Wonder what this afternoon's got in store, Mikey.
It should be interesting, Bumble. Definitely, because batting on this pitch is never going to be easy, and at no point I think any of these batsmen are going to think that they are in. A full toss always helps.
Oh, catch, chance. Oh, it's down. Came off his boot. Very, very low catch, bottom of the bat. This is not straightforward for Collingwood.
Don't think it would have been straightforward for the umpire either. But these chances. Did it hit the boot directly, or did it hit a bit of ground first? Difficult to tell from that angle.
That sits up nicely, inviting 100 partnership.
Exactly what after those two quick wickets, 86 and 90, the wickets went down. After being 80 overnight, that would have sent a shock through the team. This now will steady them again.
Oh, some more there. Look out at short leg. This is no time for the neutrals. Very, very skillful batting. Well, the shot. Need to run there through extra cover. Not going to miss out on scoring opportunities, Ricky Ponting.
Again, though, Bumble, I don't think they need to be too worried. They want the batsmen to be driving. That was a bit too full, too close to the bat for the ball to do anything between where it pitched and when it gets to the bat. But as you noticed earlier on, Ricky Ponting was not looking for any drives because he knows the nature of this pitch.
One more. Nervy times for England, 207 for 2.
Clark's in. He's at the non-striker's end of the over. Hussey on strike. Where was the error, Shane? Is it because it was Flintoff? Hussey thought, look, Flintoff looks slow in the field. Shall we sneak one? Wow. England going for runouts at the moment. Billy should have a look, really. Yes, he does. Now, we saw Trott out in a similar fashion in the first innings. England not as confident this time.
I didn't think Billy was going to ask for it then. Must have been safe, or... is the bail up in the air there? Is he on the line when the bail comes up? Let's have a closer look here. Ricocheted off his ankle. Pryor does well to react so quickly to get out the way. Strauss in and underarms it. Just can't see with Bell's foot there.
All eyes on the big screen. Peter Hartley gone. Michael Clarke, the man who's got all the runs in the series, run out naught.
Oh dear.
Well, well, well. That's number 3 by my book. And that's the simplest of them all. Now, just have a look at this. Changed it over the wicket to the left-hander. Should have been rewarded straight away. Outside edge. It doesn't come much gentler than that. What a dolly.
Good shot. Super shot, actually. .234 for 4. Really low in the shot here, good follow through.
No one means to drop him.
Pryor likes it and Billy Bowden likes it too. The crooked finger goes up and Marcus North must go.
Wow. Went for the big sweep. It's a good take from Pryor. And it was quick. It was quick for how high it was. It bounced to get it from there to the bails. It was very quick. Marcus North's back foot must have just slid out by overreaching for the ball. There it is. And he can't get it back. Look at that take and then get it quickly off. It's right on the line, is it? Right on the line. Good take. Well done. Swan gets something in the something column. Takes his second weapon. Well deserved. Well done. Marcus North gone for 10. 236 for 5, Australia.
Mike Hussey just looking more and more like the Mike Hussey of old. When he gets in, it's hard to get out.
Yeah, and it's nice to see Mike Hussey back in form, especially on these sort of wicket in this condition. I suppose he's playing a spot in the side. He's such a wonderful player when he gets going. He does everything so easy. He's got a lot of time. He's got all the shots. It's as good a driver there is in the game.
There it is again. Did that one carry? I don't think so.
Well, the first thoughts is that Paul Collingwood, and an excellent slipper, he stood up again. Doesn't carry. doesn't carry.
Pulled away, pulled hard, pulled for 4.
Into the 90s. Michael Hussey, 93.
Oh, down she goes. Anderson kicks the turf in disgust.
Well, it's the substitute fielder, Graham Onions, who is in the perfect position there. He went straight to him. Slightly mistimed here, straight to him. A little high, maybe. But he's got the pose now of a man who just can't believe he's dropped it.
Oof, well. Flew in the air between that man at short cover and Flintoff, who's at wide mid-off. Dangerous times for Haddin.
He's raced away to the boundary, but yes, it was a very catchable height again. Same sort of height, actually, as the one that was dropped, but through the other side. But it had the great advantage that it was well away from that short extra cover, shortish extra cover, well away from the mid-off. Living dangerously. Maybe it's a question of third time lucky for Jimmy Anderson.
You get the sense that Haddin's very much a good wicket player, don't you? He likes to hit through the ball, which is not ideal on this pitch. In the air again, but short this time of Flintoff, who flops down and the ball flies through for 4 more. Two, says Hussey. He might get 4. He does get 4. Two again, he says. This time it will just be 2, but 2's all he needs. A 10th Test match 100 for Mike Hussey, and it might just be a career-saving one.
Well, we have also seen Siddle get some runs. Not too sure about Clark and Hilton House, though. Here he comes, and there it goes. Caught. Wicket number 6.
Well, said we'd have a go. Graham Swannie's had a go, but he hasn't got it. And he's not going to enjoy the walk back now. Just hasn't got hold of it. Skied it more than anything. Captain doesn't make any mistake there. Graham Swann deserves that. He's bowled well. And that might just be the opening England want. Haddin's gone for 34. It's 327%.
Every time the ball passes in, we're close to that bat. Big gasp goes up in the crowd.
Just past that outside edge.
Edged and caught. Collingwood takes an important catch here.
Just had a feeling it was coming. Listen to this crowd. What an atmosphere. Collingwood takes a good catch. They'll be delighted. A few problems in that area today, but this makes up for it. Outside edge, goes quickly. No mistake from Paul Collingwood. Mitchell Johnson, he's on his way back to the pavilion. Didn't trouble the scorers. He's gone for naught. England getting closer, 327%.
Runs there for Siddle. Turned that into a full toss. May not go all the way. No, it does. It'll be interesting to see what happens in the rest of this over. 2 balls to go. If a single is available, will they take the single, Australia?
In the air, who wants that? Gone! Steve Harmison again, leading edge. Andrew Flintoff, bucket hands, does the job.
Well, they needed 3, now they need 2. That man at Flintoff, run out, catch, just lob to him. Look at this, England only 2 balls away now. Harmison bowling a good length. Stopping, closing the face, just an easy catch to big buckets. There he is, Big Fred, thank you very much. Jubilation from Andrew Strauss. The end is not far away. Peter Siddle's gone. For 10, Australia lose their 8th wicket, 343 for 8.
Number 10 at the crease. Crowd, English element in the crowd, ecstatic. Harmison prowls. Wide of the crease and pushed into the leg side, out first ball. Stuart Clark, 1 away England.
Wow, and he's on a hat-trick, the big fella. Steve Harmison causing all sorts of damage out there. They're on a roll. Look at the crowd. Look at the players. 1 delivery away. Stuart Clark, not happy, disappointed. Out first ball. Bat pad again. It's that length from Harmison that's causing the damage. He's been full and straight, fast, hostile. Pure jubilation from England. Why wouldn't you? They're only 1 wicket away from regaining the Ashes. Stuart Clark goes for a globe. First ball, 343 for 9.
Full straight block. Brilliant to see Ben Hilfenhaus also going through stretches and saying, OK, you ain't going to get me out. 343 for 9.
Talking about the players, what it means, a lot of the Australian players, it's the first Ashes series they've been a part of. A lot of them. There's only been a couple of the players that have played in an Ashes series before, so they're not. They'll remember this. It's going to hurt them, that's for sure. Make them hungry.
Gone, that's it. Michael Hussey, last wicket to go. Mr. Cricket caught at short leg. Look at these scenes. England, 2009, regain the Ashes. That's Australia. Fought like mad, they did. Watson and Katich gave them a good start. Ricky Ponting played wonderfully well for his 66. Michael Hussey, last man out, 121. A bizarre run out for Michael Clark. Marcus North was well stumped by Pryor off Swan. That had him hauled out to Swan, and Johnson, Siddle, Clark went very quickly. 348 all out.
The bowlers that took the wickets to win for England. Steve Harmison wrapped up the last 3, but he bowled with aggression and was hostile at times with 3 for 54. Nothing for Flintoff and nothing for Anderson. No fairy tale for Andrew Flintoff with a big 5 or 6 for. Graham Swan involved 40.2 overs, got 410. He involved beautifully at times. Draw with 1. Paul Collingwood just the 1 over. But it was good enough to take the 10 wickets and regain the Ashes for England.
So the match summary, England winning the toss, crucial toss here, batting first, 332. Australia in their first innings fell short, 160 all out, a 5 for first Stuart Broad, and then England piled on the runs, 373 for 9 with Jonathan Trott on debut, 119. Part-time spinner Marcus North finishing with 4 for 98. And then when it got down to business, Australia requiring a mammoth total, well over 500. Were bowled out for 348. Michael Hussey, last man out, 121. Graham Swan finishing with 4 for 120. England win this final test match by 197 runs, and they win the Ashes 2-1.
Well, all that remains to be said here at the Oval tonight, the Brit Oval, is congratulations, England. You've had a fabulous game, a fabulous series. You are the holders of the Ashes.
That's close, gone! 2-2 from England. Flintoff, the man.
Chelsea, last wicket to go. Look at these scenes. England regain the Ashes.
This presentation originated in 1080i high definition.